Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with the host Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda Heroes, like defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1v1 on our road to Tunis. In the east stands Mule, fighting for the Deutsches Afrika, the Germans. Here with the 21st Panzerdivision, 2nd Panzer Pioneer Company. In the west stands Rommel. Not the actual Rommel, obviously, fighting for the Americans' freedom and democracy. This Rommel deal seems to be fighting more for the Allies than the Axis, I find. So, he's off here, though, with the US 1st Armoured Division. We got Armoured Battle Group with the, well, veteran mobility there. So, of course, we can get this Jeep out of Veterans 1. We got Engineers as well. And we got Triple Panzer Pioneers and a Mule as he goes for a pretty heavy Panzer piloting, which definitely feels like very early DAK matter. Because, again, people just don't seem to back then have much faith in the Panzer Grenadiers for right reasons, and we seem to be kind of like, sort of circled back to that, so that's a bit amusing. We got a 4th Panzer Pioneer Squad header for Mule. As always, big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast, and a big thanks all to keep commenting and liking on the videos, helps out immensely, and finally, big thanks to Felix for donating and supporting the Propagandacast here with the first donation of the year. So, after the races, I have Panzer Pioneer setting out with their K-92K bolt action rifles and their sandbags.
We're all here, sir.
Got the Scouts basically here with the munitions point, rushing out. Of course, got that Veterans 1 Jeep with the capturability out here for Rommel. Pretty fairly standard pick there if you're going for it like this. I mean, some players might still go for like the ability to throw down 30 cals and mortars, but they are definitely in a very small minority. 5th Panzer Pioneer Squad on the way here for Mule. Up north, Panzer Pioneer sneaking in there. So, definitely gives a lot of, just infantry units in a sense out there for Mule, allowing him to grab as much as he can there. Oh, cancels the 5th one, instead goes for the 250 half-track. First shots fired here. Scouts versus Panzer Pioneer. Scouts, of course, realizing they cannot overcome such determined German infantrymen while in a building, and so just kind of go away. 250 half-track halfway done. We see here Rommel going for that cutoff point. Nope, I hear Rommel did actually laying down some sandbags by wire in an angle, of course, his opponent can't use, but more easily he can actually reach a bit more easily than his opponent. So, bit of foresight there by Mule. Thumbs up. Nice play. Of course, doesn't prevent the Scouts from being on the point. We do have the 250 half-track out there, the lighter Schützen Panzerwagen. Panzer Pioneer sneaking in there, catching the Scouts out in the open. Also, fun fact, but in North Africa, they were actually not known as Panzer Grenadiers, they're known as Schützen. Fun fact, it's actually only after the loss of North Africa and Stalingrad that the whole name change would come about, and they became Panzer Grenadiers, just like the basic German infantryman became a grenadier. Another 250 after Mule here going doubles. Doubles, ladies and gentlemen. Charging in, maybe got a flamethrower on the way, they're definitely going to be, except what's going to do here, we're going to flush out here Rommel's men, as they do not fancy getting cooked alive. Panzer Pioneer then quickly to occupy the building. 250 half-track withdrawing. More Panzer Pioneer up, ensuring, of course, good cooperation in between the various squads. We got another one sort of just continues to stay up here. Acts as a bit of, a scout unit, but also just denies the building to the Americans and makes it a bit tougher for them to move about. Sorry about that. We heard something happening. There we go. Just my current headset has started to fall apart a bit. I've ordered a new one, but it's got to take a day or more as of this recording for it to arrive, so it's going to occasionally slip off, unfortunately. Anyways, Panzer Pioneer advancement, trying to go for that fuel pump half-track push back, 2nd half-track joining in. We got the heel, Mule now trying to hold off against the big American assault. Yes, Rommel orders his men forwards, freedom filling their veins. As they charge at the German lines, half-tracks and Panzer Pioneer firing in. We got one squad wiped out here. Stinging blow there to Mule. We might see another wipe here. That would certainly be massive here for Rommel if he could score several wipes here on Mule in the early game. But no, looks like Mule narrowly manages it. Back here we got the light support company up. Will it be assault grenadiers, a machine gun? We'll have to see. Does go for assault grenadiers, the Sturm Grenadier with the MP40s and their grenades. The half-track they are Jeep sneaking about. They're both half-tracks pulled back. Of course, with so many Panzer Pioneer squads, fixing them up should be pretty easy. So, thumbs up to the Nemo back here. Infantry supports are going up there for Erwin and Armoured. Of course, got the medical station there to provide crucial and most necessary first aid for his men. Other half-track, of course, could do with some light repairs as well. Hey, couldn't you, like, get out and fix this thing before the Americans come shooting at some more? What do we look like, pioneers? Oh, right, we are pioneers. Sorry about that, Basil being very dramatic in the background because he's decided it's his, you know, dinner time. When it isn't. Tunis close again, Jeeps right from their big push again here by Rommel against Mule. Might be a good idea to the way that Rommel is operating his tactics to get out an MG-34 team here to try and hold up some of these attacks. Captain on the way there from Mr. Rommel, diving in after the engineers, backed up a Panzer Pioneer. Mule commits to a larger mechanized infantry assault. Panzer Pioneer slowly inching into the flamethrowers, but getting hit by flamethrowers in return. Still, we got a lot of firepower here. We've got these soldiers closing in the distance, going in hard here against the Americans, and Rommel faced with such determination, such land, just withdraws his men. And the Panzer Pioneer need to get about fixing up the half-tracks. South side, Panzer Pioneer up there, mechanized company on the way there for Mule. Might see an RT on a tablet Stu D's. Weapon supports in it for Rommel. Got also rapid production, could see some half-tracks. Bazooka team's also very likely, of course, as it goes for one. Victory points wise, Rommel does have a good lead over Mule so far, 500 versus 387. Further south here, Jeep being hunted down. We got a big German mechanized raid here. Full 2 half-tracks there with Panzer Pioneer and flamethrowers in it. Living the Blitzkrieg dream. Panzer Pioneer. I don't think Panzer Pioneers would have had access to the 250 half-tracks unless they couldn't get anything else. Actually, because the fun fact is, Panzer Pioneers had their own version of the 251 half-track. Some small assault bridges on the sides, and typically the platoon leader vehicle would have a Panzerbuchse mounted on it as well. So, little fun fact there. Little fun fact. Additional fun fact is also the Stukas was actually part of the Panzer Pioneers unit as well. And Basil is just being very determined, like, you know, to see if he can't get some food out of me sooner than later. But he knows that's not how it works.
The enemy have taken territory from us.
Oh wait, another bazooka team here for Rommel. Mule straight ahead for that upgrade for the mechanized company. Like there, betting on the Stug D. So Mule here, though, unfortunately losing ground even with such great mechanized maneuvers there. There's just too many Americans as Rommel just keeps churning out troops. Mule, of course, at this point would really benefit from an MG-34, if not 2 here, besides a Stug D. But I imagine, yeah, he's going to go first for that Stug D. Because who doesn't love a good Stug D? Meanwhile, Rommel there with the improved M9 bazooka rockets, which of course improves the damage of the bazookas. Grenades being chucked. Panzer Pioneer need to be careful. I don't know what Fritz is doing there with this flamethrower. It just seems like he's fiddling with it. Fritz, what are you doing? The horse seems to be stuck. Did you check the nozzle? Scheiße, I didn't. A Mule that picks armored support. Got the Stug D ready, adding the penalty machine to that. Thumbs up. Assault Grace rushing forward in the 250 half-track again versus the Blob. He's going to have to be a bit careful, in particular with all the bazooka men there. In particular now they've been upgraded, of course. There is no visual signifier here to Mule they have been upgraded. It's more like, you know, you watch and find out they've been upgraded. So typically you should assume they upgraded. It's a very small minority of players, of Americans, who don't, like, you know, go for like bazookas and then not get the upgrade. They are a very small minority, I'd argue. Stug D pushing forward. There you go. Pinner mount machine gun ready. Got another assault grenade squad out here in this time with a mechanized assault group calling. So that's 3 half-tracks and 2 assault grenadiers. That is a very lovely mechanized compound arms formation here out of Mule. 2 thumbs up. Catching the Jeep here with the MP40s. Jeep not having the best of times there.
Enemy movement near victory
The
point.
bazooka almost down the south-east. Half-track pushing for that southern victory point.
Bazooka squad is equipped and ready.
Yeah, almost got the third one repaired up. And can then pop the assault grenades back in. That'd be 2 assault grenade scores and half-tracks. I'm definitely liking this force composition. Definitely exciting to look at. As for Rommel, it's just massive blobs, which unfortunately means Mule's going to need machine guns to like really have a chance of that. He somehow needs to get all these half-tracks to eventually face the suppression, because right now he's going to need suppression or a lot of Stu D's to like have a chance against this. Particularly again just the bazooka blob here he's building up. Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung, they're advancing.
Territory lost.
Driving forwards, punch, mini pranks, and current fire here. Allies advancing here, half-track getting out there. Soldiers ditching the half-track, allowing the half-track to withdraw here, right pushing in. Moving in the Sturmgeschütz to blast their Mechkanon. Grenades are being launched here. Full route here, slowly building up here from there. Go for turns into complete mass rout. Full panic sets in, almost in theory at least, if there's an actual morale system, but unfortunately, a morale system has never been implemented. The closest we might have actually had to that is actually in Coh3, where just more, well, weapons actually could suppress. Like, you know, not just machine guns, but mortars could suppress, needle levels could suppress, pin amount machine guns and tanks could suppress, and particularly the Stoogs had pretty good suppression there as well, for example. Like, I just had so many ways of suppressing units in Coh3, which kind of gave you sort of a morale system, but for them basically sort of moving suppression into like so few units, well, you don't really have that. Unfortunately.
They've pushed us.
Oh, wait.
Bad. All victory points are under enemy control.
Stu D there at the ready.
Infantry, get to cover.
Rifleman captaining his all charging full up with the bazooka team here. Sneaking about here, but again, just moving up everything in a massive horde. That's really going to require, I think, Mule to go for some machine gun special. There goes Stuka being hammered with the bazookas. Just full volley there, and the Stuka's going down to half health already, and about to get knocked out. Unfortunately here for Mule. Charging in with the soldiers of the blob. So about that. Sneeze. Grenade assault down. And the bazookas take out the 250 half-track pretty in a jiffy there. Smoke grenade was simply put too late, almost like the delayed reflex that your doctor's going to go like, I think we need to do some tests at the hospital, sir. Anyways, MD fit for, of course, you know, European hospital. Because the American hospital, that's going to cost you an arm and a leg. So the reflexes won't matter. But there you go. Mule, of course, in response to such absolute overwhelming, you know, freedom-loving tactics, is forced to go for a machine gun out to ensure his armor doesn't immediately get melted.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Still, we do see here, you know, Mule doing some work, and we actually got him rushing into the base now with the Panzer Pioneer squad, interestingly enough. Don't think he can do a lot of damage here, maybe score a white theoretically on some retreating units on low health and low numbers. That's just not here. This is the sort of thing, if the Panzer Pioneer set settled charges, you could like throw that in like a unit in, you know, about to retreat there, but the Panzer Pioneers do not get satchel charges. It's probably for the best, but at the same time slightly diminishes what he's trying to do. He might get a bazooka team, I suppose, but yeah, he ends up having to retreat. That's just not working out. And meanwhile, Rommel is just, you know, attacking everywhere else because he knows this isn't a big enough threat. He has to actually withdraw half his army to contest with. There you go. Panzer Pioneers, the soldiers in work fiction. Let's do D again. Having all these Panzer Pioneers does provide Mule with just a good way of repairing his stuff. And we got the Panzer Armee Kommando moving ahead for the Panzers.
Vehicle crews have been granted the means to repair in the field.
You men, get ready.
I've been using about. Basil's going to sleep on his pillow for now, sulking. Deprived of his sneaky early dinner, because that's the kind of cat Basil is. But he does have a nice pillow to sleep on.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory
Assault
point.
gun is there, moving in there, go charging the machine gun. Erwin Rommel's men certainly face the wrath of the Wehrmacht, in this case, the Deutsche African Corps. Salvaging the 250 half-tack, thumbs up here to Mule, gets a bit of fuel and manpower.
Enemy movement near
Probably
victory
allows him to
point.
get a bit closer there to the Panther 3 faster, so of course big win there. Meanwhile, Rommel is still moving ahead towards the EZ8. He's already got the tank depot up, and he's almost there in terms of resources. In fact, he just needs the fuel, not so much the manpower. If he can get War Machine going, obviously can get that EZ8 out of the discount. So that's going to be a massive challenge here for Mule. And of course, a big win here for Rommel. Again, just highlighting just how well Rommel's been doing versus Mule. So, definitely not looking great here for the Germans. We've got a Panther on the way there. The Panzerkampfwagen Ausführung, which, in terms of finding an EZ8, is definitely not the one with the winning odds. Quite the opposite.
Victory point is under enemy control now.
250 half-tack kaput.
Enemy activity near our munitions point.
It has reset self-repair, so that's something there out of Mule. Further south here, smaller Panzer Party unit spotted the Americans. Rommel pushes the back, though he does hit a mine, but only losing one man isn't too big there. There you go, the Panzer III Model L here ready for Mule and the German army.
Enemy is stealing our munitions point.
First mass-produced model with the higher velocity 50mm gun. Of course, it was able to replace by the Model M, which was a more armoured version with armoured side skirts and bolt-on frontal armour as well. But even that didn't last long, as the Panther III models just so quickly got rendered obsolete. They would still use them, like in, say, the Battle of Kursk, but that's mostly because they just couldn't produce enough of any other tanks, and they had a lot of Panther IIIs lying around these. But it was a Panther that basically got very quickly obsoleted, and, well, they ended up, again, it's kind of why they focused on the Stugs, because they could at least mount a bigger gun on it, while also, you know, adding more armor to it in a more easier way. But there you go, first easy idea for Rommel. Rat Pit has arrived. Yeehaw!
They've taken our victory point.
And of course, this is going to be a challenge here for Mule because he's only got a Panther III. Basically, and theoretically, the Stug need to take on the EZ8, and of course, the EZ8 is all supported by countless bazooka teams. He's going for the Pak-38, which I don't blame him for. I mean, Armada also would have been nice for sure, but the problem is just the way Rommel moves, and of course, the fact he's going to have a lot of bazooka teams backing up the EZ8. Armada would just been a very high-risk choice because the bazookas just absolutely melted in a single volley. There you go, Panther III Stug D almost knocked out, particularly the Panther III narrowly survives here. Machine gun setting up, but not ideal either. Artillery fire, Sherman fire, machine gun fire, and the MD-34 crew somehow survives all of that. An insane struggle like there for Mule. But so far though, US forces are completely breaking apart the German front line. First Panzerpier Company struggling heavily. We got the Panther III there more on the way for Mule. He believes in the Panzerkampfwagen 3. Northern points are being seized. Let's talk in trouble with the EZ8. Rommel there just swinging about here. Can soon go for War Machine as well to get them at a discount. Not that he really needs them on because he's got a big manpower float. Mule, meanwhile, is struggling with resources badly. Mortars as well for Rommel, of course, to help us the machine gun and any other support weapons. Honestly, more machine guns may prove to be necessary versus Rommel and just to get some infantry swarms. Stug D advancing. Yeah, taking a lot of bazooka fire here. It is striking off some of the hits, but with 6 bazookas firing at it, and of course those being upgraded bazookas, there are going to be limits there. 86 for 239. Mule though is holding on, and Rommel is just floating resources. At this point, he can actually get away with building fuel caches, just like expedite more EC8s out for him efficiently. Ambulance there for Mule, thumbs up.
Command, reports of enemy movement near our victory
Not a bad
point.
idea with all the infantry he has.
We're in this area.
Trouble cab again, they just Rommel bleeding up Mule, and now we got
We're losing it.
Finding Nest going up here. Could very well be a mortar pit here, considering the positioning. We'll have to see. I mean, I suppose it still could be a 30 cal, but mortar seems a much more likely choice. Swinging hard south here, going for the more exposed isolated unit here. Sharp move there, I think, by Rommel. Increase the chance of a wipe here with a little response. They do have the Panda 3 moving in, but it's going to be too late here. He actually gets too close to the pipe and potentially could get it snared up. Second Panda 3 arriving. This is probably where Mule has the best chance right now of taking up these units, just when he has a 2-to-1 advantage. But of course, Rommel sees this as an actual issue and withdraws before the Panther Beast has the chance. So thumbs up there. He even went for Panzerstorm, so he could have technically ignored these snares, but maybe he wasn't aware of that ability of Panzerstorm. That. All the way though, EC gets away. Missed opportunity here. Instead, though, he does catch the upgrading pits here. If he can destroy them fast enough, that could still be helpful here for him. But still getting trouble. Sherman's swinging northwards here. Good move here by Rommel to an extent, though again it does leave his mortar pits exposed. Of course, even then it's not as big a loss because he's just throwing so many resources. They can go for another EC8 now. Scouts arriving met here in D34 crew. They're about to get taken up with EC8 here. Rommel's pressure is ruthless and ceaseless, and we get another EC8 being rushed up. We got another bazooka team for Rommel. That's going to be 4 bazooka teams. That is, quite frankly, utterly bananas. Meanwhile, EC8 are going for it. At this point, they might also be considered to get some tungsten rounds out to increase the penetration of his Panther Beast as the EC8s. It didn't get it. And we got the other EC8 now going in pretty aggressively here. So not only did he not get the first EC8, but he might actually lose a Panther Beast, not both of them to the EC8 here. Panther 3 down, Mard again attempting to hit a Mule. Stinging blow there. The German army still. Mule is maintaining his hold over the victory points themselves. Pack 38 joining in the fun. We got a massive wall there. Bazooka team's got totally getting 4 bazooka teams there out of Rommel. Hunting down the Panzer 3. He goes for another one.
All crews, repair and refit at once.
And activating the self-repairability there, so forcing EC8 to get back quite fast. Thumbs up there, being powerful ability to use correctly. And here in the south, the Assault Grenadiers putting up a fierce fight to defend the half-track. And of course, take down the Americans. There you go, 250 optics somehow survives, courtesy of the upgrades he's got there, at least for a second or 2 more. But in the end does go down. That actually means now Mule has lost all 3 of his half-tracks. What a shame. Certainly a nice little victory for Rommel at this point. Another Panther 3 ready, and we do get another MD-35 fight here for Mule. Again, the way that just Rommel's moving about, machine guns, I think, are going to be a crucial tool for just, again, putting a stop to the blobs. And also keeping his tanks safe from the bazooka blob in particular. EC8's pulling in here. And engaging the Panther 3 head on. Standing a rather aggressive chance for the Mule. He's got the Lloyd up as well. Then we got the Flam Panzer 3, though. Under current circumstances, I'm not so sure the Flam Panzer 3 is going to be what he's looking for. I'd be very surprised if he went for it, that's for sure. The Captain gets a posthumous promotion there. Meanwhile, again, Bazooka Blob on the hunt. Pack 38 crew expires. And he could destroy it here. That's only hurt Mule a fair bit as again minimize the ability like just hurt those EC8s. Calling in the loiter. I mean, he can dodge it, but I kind of see the logic here because this is just as much about just getting opponent to get away from Pack 38. losing the Pack 38 would be much more expensive than just, you know, wasting that munitions there. And easily keeps the tanks out of the fight for a while there, so while not ideal under the current circumstances, the move does make sense and overall just becomes a decent move. And one mostly born out of, like, you know, harsh realizations rather than, like, you know, any, like, great tactical insight.
A victory point is under
South side here,
enemy
Assault
control
Groups moving up. Hand of these, though, causing neat repairs. Still, Mule is holding on a bit better now. Rommel is struggling to make the bigger impacts now, so that's working out again. The blow-up tactics are being a bit more countered.
Repair and refit at once.
Part of this, of course, being the MD-34 crews.
The enemy holds all victory points.
Maschinengewehr 34. And another Panzer that a Mule, thumbs up.
Repair work completed.
And Rommel is not far away from these. The interesting stuff, he hasn't gone for War Machine at all. I guess he just hasn't felt the need for it.
Hold this position. Come help.
161 was 157.
Spread out. Cover your sector.
And these are northwards.
We've lost the territory sector.
We've got to fall back.
Being slightly caught in the machine gun teams. You can see that Rommel's like trying to switch the entire front alongside the road here in the north.
They're pushing us back. We're down to 200.
So far, though, Mule is mostly handling this well, except machine crew, which gets... Oh, yeah, it gets for some reason, like, set in there. That must have been a misclick or some other weird thing going on. They just got completely destroyed there by Rommel for no good reason. But the bazooka blob is getting partly caught up in the machine gun team grenades while they're ripping into them. The Panther ready here. Pack 38 cleared up, but now he could technically try and take on these seats with the 3 Panther 3s. As if we just focus down one tank at a time, he might have a shot here. Just overwhelm Rommel's EC8s with the Panther 3s. And it does seem to be working out here. There we go. One EC8 down. There's another one on the way here, but now it's 2 versus 1 here. Veterans 1 ability pop. Can he finish off the EC8 here?
A Sherman EZ-8 has arrived.
Ace level Panther, thumbs up. Almost got it. And there go Americans make a run there for it with the MD-34. EC8 done for. That's 2 EC8s done without losing a single Panther. That is a stunning victory here for Mule and the Germans. Thumbs up. That was a pretty good engagement there for him. Punishing the Rommel there for extending his EC8s without, you know, all the bazooka teams, which of course are excellent support there.
Now cheaper to produce.
There we go. War Machine up. Bit late to the party there, and we actually got a recovery half-track here out of Mule, the FAMO, as it was known. And of course help fix and repair tanks up there, but also he could consider actually recovering the Sherman EZ-8 and adding it to his arsenal instead. That would be pretty fun to see. That would be pretty fun to see, and I think would be a
Time to get to work, crew.
pretty bad moment there for him. Since that point, he wouldn't just be up against 3 Panther 3s, he'd also up against one of his own tanks. So I definitely think Mule should make an attempt at it. Whether or not he does is, of course, an entirely different subject.
That's our damn wake-up call.
American force falling back here, Panther 3s putting pressure. Got the recovery half of them moving in. Victory points for us. Mule at this point has managed to close the gap fairly nice. I mean, his opponent still has the lead, but it's not quite as a massive lead as it used to be. Not quite as massive.
Looky. It's ours.
Cover half to their hard at work. Go. All Panther 3s fixed up. Could start recovering the EC8 there once he gets the manpower for it. Will he do it though? Of course, that's the big question. He could also just salvage it for resources. That would be fine, but you know, not quite as exciting, I'd say. Infantry coordinated with the bazooka block there. Going defend 4, opening up the bazooka horde, suppressing them slowly, making things a lot easier for the Panther-Thieves here. And there you go, halting the swarm of bazooka-wielding forces. Panther-Thieves going in as well now. He exploiting the gap. Machine gun got taken up by too late to save the day there. He didn't try to grab it either. That's a small win there for Mule, I suppose, in a way. Looks like he is planning to recover it. He's just a bit busy with other stuff here. Yeah, looks like that's going to be a recovery attempt here. Thumbs up.
They've captured a victory point.
Come on, Jürgen. Hoist that thing up so we can fix it up. I don't know, Fitz. That looks pretty much toast to me. Oh, don't you be such a baby. Get a bit of elbow grease and then it'll be alright. Don't think we have enough elbow grease for that. He's hit swarming in there. And there you go, he did manage it. Easy hit is now in service of Deutschland. Going in with those Panther-Thieves right from the bazooka team moving forwards here. The swarm continues. German Panther forces withdrawing here, ready to bait the bazooka teams into the, machine gun team here. EC8 slowly getting fixed up. Crew's quickly getting acquainted with the Sherman tank there. EC's moving up. Panther-Thieves blasting away. Taking some nasty losses. Panther-Thieves halfway fixed. Machine gun team's about to get host out again. No survives. You see they're good to go. Blasting away. They do wonder, does it actually benefit from the upgrades there to make it tougher? It actually does. So his easy is actually a bit tougher because of the various upgrades.
Commander, we should spend our munitions.
Fun little fact there. Massive swarm push forwards here, but again, we got not just the Panther-Thieves, now we got the EC8. And there you go. American forces, they get absolutely splattered across the ground. Lloyd has called in as well here. Suddenly the losses are becoming extremely high here. Rommel's forces get destroyed. The EC8 down. And with that, the German Sherman stands victorious in the name of Deutschland. So there you go. GG game over. Extremely well played there by Mule against Rommel. Managed to weather the blows and slowly build up the advantage. Of course, that half-track secure that EC8, I think, was a absolutely stroke of genius there. Not that EC8 ended up doing much, but what it did certainly hurt his opponent quite a bit. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. This is Imperial Links. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye, everyone.